Legends say that deep in the heart of the Diablo world, there is a temple that has been lost for centuries. A temple that was once used by an ancient cult for their dark and twisted rituals. It is said that the cult practiced human sacrifice and worshipped dark entities in exchange for power and knowledge. The temple was hidden from the world for centuries, until a group of adventurers stumbled upon it, unaware of the horrors that awaited them inside. This is the story of their doomed expedition into the cursed temple, and the unspeakable horrors they encounter. Deep within the depths of the burning hells, there lies a fortress made of bone and stone, a place where the most powerful demons and their minions gather to plot their schemes and carry out their wicked deeds. It is a place of terror and darkness, where the very air is filled with the stench of blood and brimstone. But one day, a group of adventurers arrived at the fortress, determined to put an end to the demonic threat once and for all. Among them were a barbarian, a demon hunter, and a necromancer, each with their own reasons for seeking out the fortress. The barbarian, a hulking warrior from the frozen north, had been seeking revenge against the demons ever since they had destroyed his village and slaughtered his family. The demon hunter, a skilled archer and tracker, had been hunting demons for years, driven by a fierce hatred and an unquenchable thirst for justice. And the necromancer, a master of the dark arts, sought to claim the fortress for his own, hoping to unlock its secrets and use its power to become the most powerful being in the land. As the group entered the fortress, they quickly discovered that they were vastly outnumbered. Demons of all shapes and sizes swarmed around them, their eyes glowing with a malevolent light. The barbarian charged forward, his massive axe cleaving through demon flesh with ease. The demon hunter launched volley after volley of arrows, each one finding its mark with deadly precision, and the necromancer summoned hordes of skeletons and zombies to do his bidding, their undead forms tearing through the demonic hordes. But as they fought their way deeper into the fortress, the group began to realize that they were hopelessly outmatched. For every demon they defeated, 10 more took its place. And as they pressed on, they began to hear whispers in the darkness, voices that spoke of ancient and terrible things. The barbarian's mind began to fill with visions of his slain family, their faces twisted in agony. The demon hunter's eyes glowed with a fierce, burning rage, and the necromancer's power grew as he tapped into the dark energies of the fortress. In the end, the group found themselves facing the lord of the fortress, a massive demon whose very presence filled them with terror. The demon was unlike any they had ever seen, its body covered in scales and its eyes burning with an otherworldly light. The battle was fierce, the group fighting with all their might against the demon's overwhelming strength. But even as they struck blow after blow, the demon seemed to grow stronger, its scales growing thicker and its eyes burning brighter. In the end, the group realized that they could not defeat the demon through brute force alone. They would need to tap into the same dark powers that the demon itself wielded to fight fire with fire. The barbarian reached deep within himself, tapping into the primal fury that had fueled him since the destruction of his village. The demon hunter drew on her years of experience hunting demons, tapping into the knowledge and tactics she had honed over the years. And the necromancer called forth the very essence of the fortress itself, using its dark energies to fuel his own powers. With a final, desperate effort, the group managed to strike a fatal blow, sending the demon back to the abyss. But as it fell, a strange mist began to emanate from its body, filling the room with a sickly, otherworldly energy. The group stumbled back, their heads swimming with the power of the mist. They tried to escape, but found that the mist had filled the corridors, blocking their path. As they wandered through the fortress, the mist began to take on strange shapes, twisting and writhing around them like serpents. Their footsteps echoed ominously in the empty halls, and a feeling of dread settled over the group. They pushed forward, determined to find the source of the strange mist and put an end to whatever malevolent force was causing it. As they turned a corner, they came face to face with a grotesque creature that was unlike anything they had ever seen before. It was humanoid in shape, but its skin was twisted and gnarled, and its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light. It let out a bone-chilling howl and charged at the group, its claws slashing through the air. The adventurers fought back with all their might, using their weapons and spells to try and fend off the creature. But it was too powerful, and one by one, the members of the group fell to its claws. As the last survivor lay bleeding on the ground, the creature loomed over them, its eyes glowing with satisfaction. But suddenly, the mist began to clear, and the creature let out a deafening scream as it was engulfed in a bright light. When the light faded, the creature was gone, and in its place stood a figure in flowing robes. The figure introduced themselves as a powerful mage who had been trapped in the fortress for centuries. They had been using their magic to create the mist and lure adventurers to the fortress in hopes that one of them would be strong enough to defeat the creature and free them from their curse. The surviving adventurer was shocked by this revelation, but also grateful for their newfound freedom. As they left the fortress, they couldn't help but wonder how many other cursed places existed in the Diablo world, and how many more adventurers would be doomed to suffer the same fate. And so, the cursed temple remained abandoned, with the spirits of the sacrificed prisoners still wandering the halls, haunting anyone who dares to set foot inside. The only sound that could be heard was the occasional rustling of the leaves outside, and the distant whispers of the damned. Some say that the temple still holds the treasures that the ancient cult sought, while others believe that the temple is cursed forever. But one thing is for certain: no one who enters the temple ever returns the same.